And there
Howdy,
he goes.
I almost accidentally left with Brian, too. I was about to leave.
Where were you going? Where the heck do you have to go?
You know what? I was actually thinking about showing off this check again because our search for honesty in America continues
You're
tomorrow.
like Ed
And I didn't
McMahon
get
with
to show
$5,000 bucks.
$5,000. So the idea that we've been talking about a little bit is 5 cities in 5 days is what we did, searching for honesty in America by using these new virtual lost and found tags called bungee tags. You can find out more information on foxandfriends.com. But essentially, there is a little security code on here, on these decals that you place on all your valuables, your wallet, your cell phone, your keys, your sunglasses, what have you. And if you happen to lose them, I mean, we all hate losing stuff, you know. If you happen to lose it, when somebody picks it up, they just text this little security code here, and it can anonymously link you up to them because it texts your cell phone and also your email account.
Well, it's a great idea. So how much does this tag thing cost? Do you know?
Well, they are just launching this week, so I don't want to, mess with their numbers, but it's relatively
like $5, $20. It's not $100.
I know they were talking about doing $10 for the first year and possibly $25 for a lifetime, but those numbers could be fluid.
Well, that's cool.
But it's it's a neat service, and we were able to watch it in action and go through 5 cities, and I think I'm finally not jet lagged anymore, and we're dropping items and getting people to return them.
So today on our telecast, you were in Dallas. Yesterday, you were in Las Vegas. Tomorrow, you're headed for...
Is Miami. And one of the funniest things that happened while we were there, we didn't catch a single thief while we were in Dallas, surprisingly. And that was after filming for 4 or 5 hours. And in Miami tomorrow, we caught this guy who is taking a pair of sunglasses that I dropped. And sunglasses, it's kind of hit or miss.
Right.
Sometimes it's finders keepers, people think anyway. But there were plenty of storefronts he could have turned them into. So I go and confront him, and I'd made the drop. I'd lost my sunglasses, and by the time I got across the street, he'd already picked them up. So I missed it, but our hidden cameras got it. So the producers are pointing at this guy, this guy, this guy. So I run over to him and I say, "Excuse me, sir, did you find my sunglasses?" And I can't figure out where they are. I'm thinking they must be in his pocket or a bag or who knows what. And he points down, and they were on his dog. We go and look at the video, and he picked him up, put him right on his dog, and this guy was having a good time. He had he was smoking something, and he had Rastafarian type hair, and he was a really nice guy, but it was just funny to watch what he did.
Are you going to wear those again? They were on a dog.
Well, you know what? I actually put one on my Baxter. You can find it on my Facebook page. He inspired me, and I put the sunglasses on Baxter last night.
That's hilarious. All right, so you go to Miami tomorrow, and then where Thursday and Friday?
Thursday is, Charleston, South Carolina, which is just a few hours from where I grew up, so that was fun to get to go there. And then Washington, D.C.
Awesome. Are there honest people in Washington, D.C.?
You know what, there are, and, a lot of people were saying they didn't think that would happen. One interesting thing that happened in D.C., though, we go to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and we're dropping wallets and keys and cell phones and cameras and what have you, and people are just walking by them. It's like they're too busy to even pick them up. They were noticing them, but they weren't picking them up. And then we did actually catch a couple people picking them up, taking them to a public safety officer who was standing there. And the cop told him to go put them back on the ground. He didn't even take them and try to return them at all. It was very bizarre.
Wait, the White House has no lost and found?
They have to have a lost and found somewhere around there. Come on.
You would think, oh, that's fantastic. So at the end of the week, then, what we want people to do is go to our webpage, foxandfriends.com, and vote on what?
You got it. They're going to be voting on who they think is the most honest American that we've been able to profile throughout our series.
One of the reports.
That's right. And they could possibly win $5,000. So, pretty cool.
After having filmed all those things, does your gut tell you who it might be?
Yeah.
Don't tell us.
Don't tell us.
Don't even
okay.
tell us.
I'll write it down.
But there's somebody who seems
absolutely
like they could use $5,000, or they're just so outwardly honest.
They were just so sweet, and they really went out of their way to help us out, and they had no idea that this was all going on. They waited about a half hour for us to get to their location where they were, and it was pretty late. So
if they're going to wait around for a half an hour, you might as well give them $5K. That's fantastic.
You go to kids' education, maybe, or
there you go.
Might have been a hint.
Oh, all right. We're going to be watching. Well, good job, and it's a fascinating report, and it's nice to see whether or not people are, you're going to walk by and you're going to pick it up, and if you do pick it up, are you going to call somebody and say, "Hey, I got your phone"?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Cool. Oh.
You know what that means?
No, I don't know what that means.
Time to go.
Okay.
All right. Anna, thanks for helping us.
See ya.